Good morning, everyone, and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Olga Villaverde.
And I'm Amber Bills.
All right, I know the answer to this, but I just want to know again, do you like pie?
Oh, I love pie. I love to bake it. I love to eat it.
She really does.
Yeah, I do.
Because you're so sweet. Then I know you loved going behind the scenes of Waitress.
Oh my God, it was so good. And I love being in front of house because they serve pie to you while you're waiting for the show. It's so good.
Oh
yes.
my gosh.
And what's really exciting is I got to sit down with the all-female creative team. We love that on Broadway, including the multi-Grammy nominee singer-songwriter Sara Bareilles.
Oh,
you know her songs,
yes.
Brave and Love Song. Not gonna write you a love song. Okay, sorry, Sarah. And of course, we also got to sit down with Tony-winning director Diane Paulus.
Oh, what fun! I can't wait. Also, another bit of fun for us this morning. Chef Tyrell will be in the kitchen with quick and easy meals right from the freezer. Hi, Chef.
Hey, ladies. How about a Friday night in with some pizza and wine? I'll save you a slice.
All right, plus another delicious topic here. We've got life insurance, but don't worry because it's made easy. How to find the right policy for you and your family. The Balancing Act starts right now.
Broadway Balances America, brought to you by Broadway Across America, bringing the best of Broadway to a city near you.
Time now for Broadway Balances America, our series that takes you behind the scenes of some of the most beloved Broadway musicals. I love this as they appear across the country and into your local theaters. Today, Waitress.
Sugar, butter, and yes, a spunky waitress, blended all together with an original score that is so witty by Grammy nominee Sara Bareilles. And guess what you've got? What? You've got a recipe for the perfect Broadway musical. So let's head to the diner and meet the women of Waitress the musical.
The musical is inspired by Adrian Shelley's beloved indie film of the same name, with music and lyrics by Sara Bareilles, a book by Jesse Nelson, and directed by Tony Award winner Diane Paulus.
The story of Waitress is based around three waitresses who work in a small diner, small town USA. They're real people, they work hard for their living, and at the center is the character of Jenna. And she is an extraordinary pie baker. She has this incredible talent, but her problem is she doesn't deal with the real life troubles in her life. Instead, she puts all her emotions and bakes a pie.
Jenna is a character that is so precious to me and has done so much for me in my life. And so getting to tell her story, you know, was just like such a, I'll never forget that.
It's hard not to instantly fall in love with our heroine, who often balances life's toughest situations through her whimsical pie recipes.
She's a wife. We look at that relationship between her and her husband. She works at a diner where she and her two kind of best coworker pals, Dawn and Becky, work. We all work together. She bakes as an escape. But what happens is these circumstances are so in her face that she doesn't have the choice just to bake it away. She has to face these realities, these deep, kind of scary, dark, emotional realities. And then it's unbelievable how her life changes.
Jenna soon discovers that she's become pregnant and is in an unloving marriage with little hope of getting out. Dismayed by the news, but determined to keep the baby, Jenna heads to her doctor, pie in hand, and meets the handsome and charming Dr. Jim Palmiter, and suddenly her life begins to take a turn.
But what's so redemptive in our musical is this woman who's an extraordinary pie maker actually, in the end of our story, gets to turn that talent into a form of empowerment. She has to deal with her own problems, and she does it through so many things that happen to her in the show. Relationships, encounters, her deep sister friends that she has in that diner, the other waitresses. But in the end, she has to look inside herself.
Everybody's got something they're dealing with. Don't worry about me.
Helping Jenna summon the strength and courage to rebuild her own life are her fellow waitresses. There's the feisty Becky, played by Charity Angel Dawson.
Dust the flour out of your brain.
She wants to
you know, help spur her on toward greatness and toward this life that she can have of happiness and fullness without this abusive relationship. And I think that she does it with a little sass on it, but it's all in love to try to get her to the next level in her life.
What is it like to play her, and are you similar to her? How much of yourself do you bring into that role?
I'm not as spicy, you know, as Becky, but so it's nice to have that release on stage, to get to like tap into a different part of myself, that I become the person who reaches out to help my friends a lot. You know, I want to see them, you know, grow and live and thrive.
And rounding out this trio of strong women is Lena Klingeman, who plays the reserved Dawn.
Well, you can move in with me. It's a studio, but I have a full-size twin.
She's, you know, vibrant and has so much going on underneath that like turtle exterior that she's hiding under. And so I love getting to bring kind of my own buoyancy and vibrancy to that, especially for when those moments that she pops out of her shell. But also I'm a Capricorn, so her perfectionism and control freakness really speaks to me too. So I like to play the balance between those two things. Really getting to relish in seeing the beautiful bond of friendship and love between these three women. I hope the audiences see themselves in one or all of them and just get to enjoy something that we don't often see, which is this like beautiful bond of female friendship.
Celebrating the bonds of friendship, motherhood, and of course, the magic of a well-made pie, all comes together through the music and lyrics of Grammy nominee Sara Bareilles.
I think I wanted to give everybody some emotional depth, and you know, I think there was lots to draw from the world of Waitress, that all of these characters are so interesting and complicated and messy, and they were delicious to sort of like do a deep dive into and try to give them, you know, some real life. And then, as always with my music, my hope is to just be a reflection, that someone recognizes themselves.
And this beautiful masterpiece has been brought to life by Broadway's first all-female creative team.
It just seems like they were all the people that were right for the job, you know, and it just happened to be women.
You know, we weren't trying to be the first all-female group, we just happened to be people who were working hard and in the top of our fields and found each other that way. We had to explore a lot of different versions of everything, and you're sort of trying to find the answer, but there's no playbook to go to, so you're on this constant exploration with each other. But you know, we had a lot of laughs, we had some tears, we had, you know, everything in between.
As we've worked, the actors and the people who are part of our team and community, you know, will often pause and say, can I just note that it never looks like this in the room? And I think that visualization of seeing women lead in a room creatively is just a sign that this is possible. And all the young women across America who are aspiring to be in these fields know there's a place for them.
Dish, deep dish. Sorry, Cal. The day starts like the rest we've seen.
And of course, there's always a place for pie.
So for me, I had never made a pie. I thought it was very important to make a pie. And after I had found out that I had won the role of Jenna, my mom flew to New York City, and in my New York City studio apartment, she taught me how to bake a pie, which was my great-grandmother's cherry pie recipe, and we called it Very Celebratory Pie.
My go-to pie is my mom's blackberry pie, and then it's pretty much just like blackberries and sugar.
Opening up, letting the day in.
I feel like my production is my pie. I spend so much effort, you know, creating the production and working with such remarkable performers like Desi and kind of like launching them. Those are my little cooking creations.
Waitress is a little slice of heaven, and they can't wait to share this winning recipe with audiences across America.
I think people come away from this show not realizing that they were going to laugh as much as they did. Yeah. And I hope that we continue to just kind of touch that heart center. When people come to see the show, they leave with having had an emotional experience, but also that they have gone on some sort of journey themselves.
And this is a musical that says, wake up. It's never too late. And I think especially for women to say you deserve happiness, you deserve a kind of empowerment, but it's everybody's story. And that's a really important distinction. You know, stories about women are not just for women, because everybody has a mother, a sister, a daughter, and we all care about these issues.
You have to see this show. From the songs to the characters to the witty, sarcastic, funny. You will laugh, you will cry. It is real. This story is life-changing, for sure.
The North American tour of Waitress is coming soon to a theater near you. Check out Broadway Across America, Broadway Balances America, or you can always go to our website, thebalancingact.com, for all the show information, tour dates, and more.
Sugar, butter, flour.
Life insurance is an important component to smart, proactive, and overall solid financial planning. Unfortunately, many today believe life insurance helps only in the event of death, or that life insurance is appropriate for people in very specific stages of life. I'm one of them. Olga has more.
How secure is your financial future? Are you prepared if or when life takes an unexpected turn? Joining me today to talk about the importance of life insurance are Casey Watkins and Brandon Ellison from Symmetry Financial Group. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Before we start talking about Symmetry and life insurance as a whole, I wanted to share with you the statistic that I read. I was surprised. It says here 60% of Americans believe they have enough life insurance coverage. Okay. However, in reality, only 20% have enough life insurance to meet their needs. 20%. So how can we improve these numbers, Brandon?
Well, we have to have the conversations. I think that's where it starts, is we have to have a willingness. Right, they don't want to have those conversations. I get it. It's difficult to talk about. It is a lot more challenging of a conversation to have if you haven't had that one early on, if something does happen.
In the nature of our business, we've been in this business for 15 years now each, and we're just very close to that. We see the impact that it makes really on both sides. We've seen people who maybe procrastinated and didn't take care of what they needed to, and the impact that that can have in a family's life. We've also seen the positive side where people have taken care of their life insurance needs, and the generational impact that has on a family's life is tremendous.
So let's talk about some misconceptions. There's a few of them that are pretty big. The first one is, it's too expensive.
Right.
I can't afford it. Not true, right?
No, not at all. You know, we have access to over 80 companies with Symmetry Financial Group. There are products that can fit any budget, for sure.
Second one, too complicated, too difficult to get. That is certainly not the case.
No, a lot of times now you don't even have to do a physical exam.
Really?
It can be extremely easy. And
I had to.
Right, and most people think they do have to, and I think that causes people to procrastinate. Maybe they think that they have some health challenges that will limit their ability to get it. That's not the case. We sit in front of thousands of families every week, and we have products for every single one of those families, and they're very easy to apply for.
And this one's a big one, Casey, the third one. It only helps if someone passes and dies.
It's not the case at all. It used to be the case where you think you purchase life insurance in case of a death.
Right.
Well, now there's so many options on life insurance coverage. There's critical illness benefits. You know, if there's a cancer or a heart attack or a stroke, there would be a benefit paid. If there's a disability, there's riders or things you can have on your insurance policy that will actually pay a monthly premium or a monthly payment to you if you're sick or injured. And then the big one called return of premium, where on your term policy at the very end of the term, if you have not used your policy, the insurance company will refund your premium back to you.
And when one gets life insurance, does it make sense to kind of relook at it at various stages of your life?
Absolutely. Things are constantly changing, and that's what we try to do is really protect people on their journey along the way. You know, when you purchase a home, that's when a lot of people want to purchase a life insurance policy. They've just taken on a few $100,000 worth of debt. the birth of a child, you know, is another time when people, so we really try to be there along the way with them.
So what's your mission at Symmetry? I mean, what sets you apart, Brandon?
Well, he just said it. You know, we want to protect your life's journey. We want to be there every step of the way, and we want to give our consumers options. We want to open the conversation, you know, begin talking about it so that we don't have to have difficult conversations later. But, you know, again, the beauty of us having so many different carriers is that we can offer something for every single situation, and we want to just let people know how easy it is to qualify for life insurance nowadays.
And certainly avoid that moment of, why didn't I? Right, Casey?
Exactly.
Thank you so much for your time. Where can our viewers go for more information on Symmetry?
They can go to sfglife.com/The Balancing Act. And they can get all types of information on getting coverage for themselves, but also there's a big need for sales representatives right now as well. So anyone that's looking to have either a part-time or full-time career, they can get a lot of information there as well.
We're hiring nationwide right now.
Excellent. I'm glad we had the conversation this morning. Appreciate your time.
No, thank you.
And if you'd like to learn more about planning for your financial future, you can visit us also at thebalancingact.com. So, what's your favorite type of pizza?
Oh, I would go with margarita.
Margarita? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, pepperoni's pretty common too, right?
Oh, a little meat and pizza. I mean, listen, you've got your cheese and you've got your carbs. It's perfect.
It's especially, you want to make it more perfect?
Yeah.
You add a little bit of wine,
oh,
and now you've got a great night.
Oh, yeah. Party.
There you go. Here's Chef Tyrell.
After a long work week, who wouldn't want a Friday night at home with pizza and wine? I'm Bryan Tyrell, and welcome to my kitchen. Ready for some perfect pairings? Today I'm using Virtuoso by Dr. Utker. Let's start off by talking about the thin crust. These delicious concerto of real ingredients will make your taste buds sing like no other. It's a perfect harmony of unique toppings, from fresh picked vegetables to flavorful meats and cheeses, all layered with their signature sauces on top of a thin and crispy crust. First of all, we have our spinach pizza, made with farm-grown leaf spinach and 100% mozzarella. I'm gonna pair that up with a nice Sauvignon Blanc. The Sauvignon Blanc is a little bit dry, but it's still refreshing and would complement the earthy features of the spinach. It will also leave you with a nice crisp aftertaste. Next up, mozzarella. 100% mozzarella and Edam cheeses, sun-ripened tomatoes, crushed pesto, and their signature sauce. That all comes together in a real perfect harmony. Match that up with a really nice Pinot Grigio. The fruitfulness of the wine will match up well with the cheese and complement each other. Mushroom. Who doesn't like mushroom pizza? Overflowing mushrooms with 100% mozzarella Edam cheeses along with their signature sauce. Pair that up with a really nice Chardonnay. Over here we have our classic crust. It's a crispy on the outside and light and airy on the inside, topped with their signature sauces, and of course, fresh picked vegetables, flavorful meats, delectable cheeses, for flavor so fresh you'll forget that it was frozen. Mouth-watering combination of fresh picked kale, crispy bacon, and onions. I've got a nice glass of Chianti that'll go with that. Then we have our pepperoni, made with savory slices of pepperoni, 100% real mozzarella and Emmentaler cheeses topped with their signature sauce. Pair that with a Merlot. Though it's not as full-bodied as a Cabernet, it is more subtle flavor and has black cherry and currant, and it's really low in acid. My favorite is the Mediterranean. It's made with exotic mixture of chicken, zucchini, black olives, bell peppers, red onions. Match that up with a really nice dry rosé. The rosé has a really nice flowery taste to it that includes citrus and melon. You know, looking at all these great pizzas, I can't wait anymore. I need some of this pizza. You can find these pizzas at your grocer's freezer, or to find out about Virtuoso frozen pizzas, go to utker.us or go to our website, thebalancingact.com. Don't forget to share your favorite recipes with us.
Wow, we had pie.
We had pizza.
We had a great show.
Yeah, we did have a good show today.
It was fun.
A lot of fun. And if you want to have some more fun with us, you can always head to our Facebook page and our website. And of course, you can always follow us on Twitter because we've got lots more there.
And that website is thebalancingact.com.
.com.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye.